Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy. Alright, so today we're going to do Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the 26th and the 27th. The first one is going to be photo of the inside of your church at Christmas. And that is reserved for Christmas Eve because that's where I spent my Christmas Eve. Alright, I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you see the pictures. Okay, so I wanted to show you the actual pictures because unfortunately my printer can't do them justice. So, yeah, so that's the inside of my church. The very first picture was the way it was decorated during Advent. And then they changed everything around before Christmas Eve, added the nativity in the front, all the poinsettias, all that good stuff. So here, also, I'm so sorry for my voice. This cold, it seems like every time I think it might be kind of done, it says, oh no, hold my beer. I'm ready for more. So, I'm actually feeling good, but there's been a lot of coughing, so my voice is a little bit strained right now. But all right, so this really is a lot of collaging, and I just wanted to kind of feature these pictures on these few different pages here. It worked really well that there were a few pages that I hadn't actually decorated yet in a row. And so here I'm just gonna, I finished cutting them all out, and then I'm obviously gonna distress the edges using my distress ink in Vintage Photo. I didn't want to make you sit through that, so that's all done. And as I was prepping this journal for my December daily, I had done some collaging already, and that's what you can see there kind of in the middle of the screen. So I kind of took that and went with it for the rest of these pages. And then I knew I wanted to put some of the pictures on top of that black cardstock, but it needed a little something to make it stand out a little bit more. So I just pasted them onto some tracing paper so that you could still see through to the black cardstock, but it kind of framed it up really nicely. So here I'm just prepping that, and then I'll glue those down at some point. Before I glue everything down though, I kind of wanted to plan out where I wanted all the pictures to be. Okay, and now I'm just gonna do a bunch of collaging. So I don't think I'm gonna make you listen to me try and talk. So I'm gonna turn back on some music and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just doing a little bit of journaling, just kind of writing how that first picture there is decorated for Advent, and then how the rest of the pictures are decorated for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. The flowers on the right are the Advent wreath, and just kind of writing a little bit about Christmas Eve. Um, you'll probably notice that the number 24 on the left is not the number for the journaling prompt. I wanted to signify that this was Christmas Eve. Oh, sorry. Here is some stamping I'm doing, trying to explain that. And so I'm using some Amy Tangerine block letter stamps here. And at the top, I'm spelling out Advent. And then on the bottom left, I'm going to spell out Christmas Eve. I'll be honest with you, I don't really like how this turned out. Mostly because the Christmas Eve is a little wonky looking. It's kind of bendy. And then I love these stamps, but I don't know that they're quite right for this spread. So I'm going to redo that. In all the rest of the pictures, you'll see, excuse me. In all the rest of the pictures, you'll see that that is still there. So I haven't done it yet, but when I do the flip through of the final journal at the end of the month, you'll see a different thing there. So just showing you a close-up of how this all looks. And I really love how it's turned out. It looks a little grungy, but still very classy. And I liked that I was able to get the glitter poinsettia stickers in there. So yeah, and then I'm going to add a little bit more journaling here, just kind of talking about the two services that I played for. We have 4 services on Christmas Eve, and I played for the 2 middle ones, the 2 busiest ones. And for the 4:30 service, the flute player and I accompanied Away in a Manger, and then for the 6:30 service, which is the first candlelight service, she and I did an arrangement of Silent Night when they, lower the lights and light all the candles and everything. And it was just really, really pretty. So there we go. There's Christmas Eve. And here I'm noting which number journaling prompt it is at the end. So I'll leave that one there. I don't mind that. And I don't film this, but I do add a little bit more journaling below this. At the end, you'll see I add a little tuck spot thing so that it holds this little flap shut. And I just, for my purposes, I put, what year it was, and then my church name and my location. So, years down the road, I'll know what church it is and all that good stuff, and what year it was and all that stuff. So yeah, here I'm just, went back to those other stickers from Bo Bunny and made myself another little tuck spot, and that's it for this one. So now we are on Christmas Day, and as you can tell, I actually filmed this before I filmed the prior one, and I'm looking at a December poem or prayer, which is number 18. And the reason I filmed this one after or before the other one is because I was waiting for my printer ink to arrive, and so I couldn't print off those pictures until today, actually. So it's a couple days after all this happened, but still wanted to make sure and document it. So okay, so I'm just flipping through the book now to kind of find where I want to put this do this little journaling prompt and really looking through the whole book. And then I came across this spread showing the baby Jesus, and I thought it was perfect for it's Christmas Day. I'm doing a really cool little Christmas poem booklet. I'll show you the book where I pulled this from in just a minute, but I'm just making a little booklet here and joining the pages together with some ribbon, and I'll add ribbon on both sides, but for whatever reason I'm all over the place while I'm doing this. Doing things way out of order and stuff, but it all gets done and looks really good in the end. So I took the name of the book and put it on the front page, and it's just called Prayer for Christmas Morning. And then here I have some brown lace that I was just seeing how it looked, and I liked it, but I was gonna keep doing what I was doing there. Okay, so this is some ribbon that I got from Joann's last year, and it's wired, so I'm just cutting the wire part off, which I didn't want that part of it anyway because it's just going to add bulk. And so now I'm left with kind of a muslin type fabric and frayed it, and then that's going to be the other side to hold everything together. And then because I'm making this a little booklet, I decided to go ahead and use that brown lace to kind of like be the spine of the little booklet. So I'll add that at the end. But here is the two inside pages, and basically just doing the same thing, just adding the ribbon. And then I will take them both to the sewing machine and sew that on. Okay, so here is the little book that I found at the Goodwill or thrift store, I can't remember which, and I'm just showing you there's a couple more pages in this book that I didn't choose to include. I'll use that in another December daily or Christmas journal at some point. So, but I did decide here I wanted the back page of the little booklet that I make to be the same color as the front page. So I tore off the other green page from the book, and here I'm just pasting it on. I have a brand new glue stick. Can you tell? They always take a little bit of time to get broken in. All right, so now I'm trying to decide what I want to put as a paper for the inside of the front cover. Thought about the tea-dyed pages, and then here I went back to my scrapbooking pages, and I'm just looking back through and flipping through, and I'm trying to decide between this one and that gray one, and I ended up choosing the yellow orangish colored one because I thought it didn't I just thought it worked better. So just gluing that in, and of course because I had already glued down the ribbon, I had to take that up, and I'll glue that back down. But here I'm distressing the edges all around. Yeah, I'm not normally as scatterbrained on stuff like this, but I guess I just hadn't really thought through it completely until then. But all right, so I just went away to sew those pages together, and then trimmed up the two inside pages, and now I'm just going to be adding this brown ribbon. Cutting off the excess. All right, now I need to sew the two pages together, and they weren't quite staying together, so I used a little bit of glue to hold them tight while I sewed it, and literally just sewed a straight stitch down the middle. And here I'm adding closure. And I had another piece of olive green ribbon, which doesn't match really exactly the cover, but I love the two colors together. It just feels really rich to me. So all I did was glue those down, and then now I'm doing a quick little zigzag stitch on both of them to make sure that they stay. And when I did that, you can see there it kind of left the paper a little bit white, so I'm just adding some distress stain to make it not be so obvious. And here's my little book, A Prayer for Christmas Morning. Let kindness come with every gift and good desires with every greeting. Close the doors of hate and open the doors of love all over the world. Deliver us from evil by the blessing that Christ brings, and teach us to be merry with clean hearts. I just thought that was a nice little saying for Christmas. And so that's all done. So just closing that up. And now I'm going to prepare the spread to hold the little booklet in. And here I thought I wanted to use this grayish blue swirly paper, and got it all prepped and ready. Yeah, my trimmer, I don't know if I need a new trimmer or what, but it's doing that thing where it's not so great. So just distressing the edges here again. And right here I realized that that's not going to work. So I pulled out this gorgeous piece of lace and decided this is going to be a better solution. So here I'm just prepping the edges for it to be sewn to the page. And there's my little pocket, and putting it back in. All right, so there's my little booklet. And then I wanted to add something on the top, obviously to show the journaling prompt number. So I just took another one of those Jen Hadfield label stickers, and here I have the Bo Bunny stickers, and I pulled off the one that says Merry Christmas. And even though this is for the Christmas day, the journaling prompt number is number 18. So I'm putting number 18 next to it, hoping that I'll remember that this was for Christmas day and it's actually journaling prompt number 18. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever remember it. But okay, so scatterbrain me again. I'm turning the page back, and I realized I kind of wanted to make this a little bit sturdier. So I went ahead and made a pocket out of the last two pages and pulling it back out so I can sew it together. So this is actually a double pocket right there. And putting my page back in, and not done yet because I'm scatterbrained. I'm not done. Decided to add some floral trim to the edge of that. And then going back to my spread here, and decided that I needed a little something up in the upper right hand corner, and so I took these really pretty stickers and added those at the top. So there's my spread number 2 for Christmas Day. Love that lace. It's so pretty. All right, so spread number 3. This is number for the 26th of December. We've got some stamps by Bo Bunny that are snowflake stamps. And this is a brand new stamping block. So I had to take the plastic off of that. So that's what I was doing there. But all right, so got 3 different ink colors out and tested all 3 of them to see what color they really would be. And in the end, I decided not to use this one, this Niagara Mist. It was nice, but it didn't quite work with the rest of the spread. So here I'm just testing the 3 different colors. It's kind of a khaki color, khaki green. And I wanted this page to be more blue and silver, so more snowflake-like. So now I'm just stamping down these snowflakes kind of randomly. At the top on the other side of the page, well, you see that plaid washi tape at the top. On the other side of the page is a bumpy brad. It's like a jewel brad. And so I put that washi tape there to protect to keep it from moving around, basically. But obviously that's not going to work with this spread. So I'll eventually cover that with some coffee dyed paper. But here I'm just prepping the background with some of these stamps. And then in a minute, I have some really fun snowflakes to add. But yep, just finishing that up. Adding a few more little ones here and there. Alright, so this is Martha Stewart Snowflake Garland. I don't remember where I got that. I want to say Tuesday morning this last year. But they're pretty much pre-made, and then I just stuck those little crystals on, which came with it, and then some thread to make it into a garland. So in the end, I chose 4 of them I thought I would use, but I ended up only using 3 of them, and just kind of moving them around to see where I want them to be on the page. And this is a really simple spread. I didn't really spend tons of time. I didn't have a journaling prompt to go with it or anything, so I'm going to be going back and filling in my journaling prompts from the days that I didn't film beforehand, just so that I'll have this finished. Because I think I don't want to do this one again next year. I'm gonna keep this one as a 2019 journal. So okay, so just cutting those off, and that's it. So there's December 26th, the spread for that, and just putting it back in the book. And I like how it turned out looking with the page opposite it, the cradle hymn. It's really sweet. All right, so here is December 27th, the very next page, and this one, the journaling prompt is going to be, what is your favorite holiday movie? And because the book is the way it is, I felt like I needed to do something a little fancy and another collage. So just pulling out some more of the collage papers that I had used the other day and just going to do another collage. So I think I'll turn back some music on and I'll be back with you after a little bit. Okay, so here I've got a galvanized metal star that I bought from Joann's. I don't remember if it was this year or last year, but I just added a sticker to it that says joy, and then here I'm poking 2 holes so that I can tie it to the page with a little bow tie. This is something I've been watching Barbara at 49 Dragonflies a lot lately, and she tends to do this in her journals, and I think it's absolutely genius. It's so cute, and yeah, so just gonna journal now about what my favorite holiday movies are. Number 1, A Christmas Carol. Sorry, A Christmas Story. Number 2, Elf. And number 3, Love Actually. All right, so here we have the last spread, and that's the end of this this rendition of my December daily. I can't talk right now, but I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas. I think I'll come back with probably one more video, and then I'll have a final flip through at the end to close out this little chapter. So thanks everybody. Bye.